Right. I tell you what, let's go on to our next game, which is more. What's going to happen is two of us are going to be acting out a 3-word scene. Sorry, I beg your pardon, a 3-line scene, I should say. And every time we do it, it's going to get bigger and bigger and fucking bigger. More ridiculous, more over the top. It's sequel, big. So I tell you what, to kick this off, it's going to be me and Stu. Stu, is there anything in particular you would quite fancy for this bastard?
Can we get a secret that one of us might keep from the other?
Oh.
A secret that one of us might keep for the other. So it's over to you guys in the comments. Most alcoholics are drunk. That's an interesting idea. So in the comments, a secret that we might keep from each other. Could be anything at all.
But not all drunks are alcoholics.
We're all thumbs. Both really good friends.
God, that's good.
Jesus God.
God, that's good. What a nice scene that would be. Really nice.
Look at how appalled Marie-Elaine was for a second. I'm going to find that screenshot of that coming up and how appalled she looked. It was literally this face. It was awesome. Let's see. That one is I'm tall. Sorry, I can see it. The first Robert Dyson Scotland is opening in Falkirk.
Callback. Wow.
You actually quite like Will.
Oh.
You hate puppies. Interesting one. Your first adult film rental.
That's fun.
There you are.
I quite like that one. So that'll kick off. It's going to be me and Mr. Stu. So we're going to do it 3 times. Only 3 lines we're allowed to have in each sentence. Let's kick off this bad boy, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. More, indeed more. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I figured out earlier on today where it was I'd seen you before.
You weren't in the video shop, were you?
No, it was on the film that I rented, though. I recognised you from Dwarf Tossers 4, The Revenge.
And
scene. And now the same scene 2 more times, but with a little more oomph. And I look forward to what the titles could be as we go forward. Right. Okay.
I was sitting at the coffee table earlier on as the sunlight dappled through the window frame, and I was lost in memory when I was hit by the realization that I knew I had seen you before, and after months of foraging through my mind to find out where that was, it hit me out of the blue, all of a sudden, and I knew where I'd seen you before.
Many people have seen me. Let's face it, I have an unquenchable lust. I have taken many lovers, many lovers, but the journey, well, who knows what it shall take us on this raft of sexuality.
I remember it plain as day. There you were with a big grin on your face in the middle of my very first adult film rental, City Dickers 2, The Legend of Billy Gold.
And scene, and once more, gentlemen, but bigliest.
Like a thunderbolt through my cerebral cortex has cleft my brain and twain and found within the nugget of revelation and cracked that open like a duck egg to leave my memories before me on the table. Yes, you are familiar to me. Yes, I have seen you before. And yes, I recall clearly, plainly as day, where I first saw that visage as it struck me. Yes, I remember where I saw you.
Once again, in the poker game of life, the fog lifts in that skull of yours. I don't care, my friend. I don't care. More of the attention, and I'll take it from anywhere. Absolutely. More.
I remember it well. I remember it well. It was in the living room with my mother as we gazed upon the television. It turns out we had made a mistake in the video shop and I had rented my first ever adult movie. It was hardly my fault. They were both called Howard's End. But by God, you were giving it your all. You were the Olivier of cum shots. For every arcing spurt of jism, you looked more confident, and Helena Bonham Carter looked more upset. That's where I saw you before.
Scene.
Scene. And ironically, it is
Wow.
actually how me and Stu first met. Right.
The
so
Olivier of cum shots.
while people
Incredible.
are Googling Howard's End, I tell you what, let's get straight into, I'll pardon my expression. We're going to get straight into, and again, I've got to watch my phrasing. Let's get into the scene involving Gary and Will.
Yes.
There we go. I was going to say get straight into Will and Gary, but at this point, no. Shall we get some new suggestions from you guys, or what would you like? What would you like to be the backbone, the spine of your scene?
What about just some form of transaction?
Some form of transaction. All right. So anything at all in the comments. One form of transaction. It could be absolutely anything. Anything at all. What we getting in? We got a couple of interesting ones. Let's have a look. Alcoholics going to meetings, drunks go to parties. I didn't know
Just a
we got
reference
into
from
that
earlier.
level just yet. It's like when I used to say
Trading
that.
pogs.
Trading pogs. It's like when I used to say I'd given up drinking on stage and people would fucking boo. Like, it's just the weirdest ideal. All right, what we got? Well, Will owes Gary a tenner, but Will never pays.
Oh.
Wow. That's deep.
I like it.
All right, okay, let's go for that. So, Will owes Gary a tenner, but Will will never pay.
I don't know who that Gary is. That's a different Gary with one R.
Yeah.
That's a different Gary with 1 hour. But I tell you what, why don't you have a go anyway? So
Yeah, I'll fill in for Gary.
Okay, no worries. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. We're going to have it 3 times, only 3 lines. Let's hear it for Gary and Will.
Oi! Nami! Over here, mate.
Look, I know that I borrowed £10 off you last week, Dobson, but I'm not giving it back to you. You're beneath me. You're working class. If you want it, you should work harder for it. I'll use it to fan myself. I'm a fancy man.
You have clearly got no idea just what a tenner means to a man like me, just how much it can buy me, just how much child support actually is.
Scene. Oh boy. Good, nice and dark. And then again, but slightly bigger.
Again, but slightly bigger. Oi! You! Nami, the pipe cleaner with glasses. Yeah, I know you can see me. Over here, mate. Come on, over here.
Gary Dobson, the homeless one from Stu and Gary. Yes. I understand I borrowed £1,000 off you last month, but I'm not going to give it back to you because you smell of fish eggs, and not the good kind, the caviar, the bad kind, the fish shit. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not going to give you this £1,000. I have it here in coins. I'm just going to dip my balls in it. You know why? Because I can. Fuck you.
That's typical of you, Nami. It was only a tenner, but money means nothing to you, does it? You've got no idea. You've just got no idea what £10 means to a man like me. Do you think I would accept your £1,000 in coins? Do you think I can roll up £1,000 just to take my lines? Oh, and my child's dead.
And scene. Oh, lovely and light. And now the same again, but the biggest it can possibly be.
Oi, you, Nami, the person that Reese Mogg thinks looks like a common person. Yeah. I see you. Come on, you condescending paperclip. Over here now.
Gary Dobson. Yes, the turd on the end of my proverbial shoe. I see you down there, you little oik, you fucking worm. Yes, I understand that I borrowed 100 Bitcoin off you 10 years ago, thus making me a multi-millionaire. But you know what? I'm not going to give it back to you because you're pathetic. You're a dweeb and you shop at Lidl. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell it and buy a flock of sparrows and have them fly up my ass. In fact, I'm doing it now. I'll be flying away on a cloud because I'm basically God and you're nothing to me. Flap, 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 flap.
That's just typical of you, Nami. That's just typical of you. It was just a tenner you borrowed. I don't even know what Bitcoin is. I just want my tenner back. I've just got my tenner back. That's all I want. Do you have any idea how hard it is to give yourself enough paper cuts to slit your wrist using only a 2-pence piece? It's nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible. I killed my entire family.
And scene. And that's more. As dark as it can possibly be.
Yeah, I was just thinking an interesting journey there. Mary Lee's journey is back from Shetland as well, again, but slightly bigger. Things you can see during improv, but also in the bedroom. And interesting idea from you, I think. We'll come back to that another time. It's like, oh, fuck, not this again.